Hello YouTube, you are watching FootyFraternity and this is Jango's prediction on Arsenal versus Chelsea tomorrow at 8 PM in the Premier League. Tomorrow, the two arguably best clubs in London are going to be playing for the second time this season. Last time they played back in November, Arsenal edged it with a 1-0 win, although from what I can remember in the game, they were pretty dominant throughout, and I feel like Chelsea were just pretty bad, as their season has been very poor, below their standard. They're currently sitting at about 13th or 11th, if I'm sure, and honestly, I don't feel like they'll drop any lower, but I don't see them getting inside the top 10 with the way they're going. Arsenal, on the other hand, have been having a class season. Like I said in the City prediction last week, they have been exceeding all expectations. They've been top for most of the season. However, just this past weekend, fell to second as City got a win over Fulham. If Arsenal are still dreaming to win the league, even though a lot of people think it is out of their reach, I'm kind of torn between whether they can or not, but I don't feel like they will. They're going to have to win this game. It's at their home stadium. It's against a team that they should, on paper, be beating, whether it's about having a better team, having a better season, or just overall who you think is more likely to win it. You would just expect Arsenal to win it. And honestly, with the two squads they have, although Arsenal's morale has been, I don't want to say at an all-time low because they've definitely been in worse positions than this, but it's been crashing as of recently. A loss to City, a bad one. Before that, 2 draws against teams in the bottom half of the table, and before that, a draw against Liverpool where they were winning 2-0. So, in all honesty, Arsenal's morale doesn't give them a major advantage in this fixture, but against a team like Chelsea, whose morale is constantly getting diminished by their fans, rival fans who are just having a way with them, and even their ex-players, pundits, etc., all just completely getting at every single one of their players and coaches. They've been through however many managers this season, 3 to be exact, and it's not looking great for them at all. The way they're playing, they don't look like they're getting top 10, as I said earlier, and well, me myself, I would love to see them drop to about 13th, 15th by the end of the season, but that's just for a bit of a personal laugh, and it would honestly be pretty sad because they're meant to be one of the biggest teams in England. They still are, obviously, but it's a poor season from them, to say the least. And if I'm going to be honest, based on everything that we're factoring into this fixture, I'm going to say that Arsenal win it. But I don't feel like it will be a very convincing win. And if it is, then it will definitely be a major boost for Arsenal's morale. And we'll see if it can carry into their next few games if they manage to get this win. But me personally, I do think they'll win. If they draw, I think, well, a lot of people, myself included, already think their season's over and that they should just be happy with second and top 4, even though they shouldn't be happy with that because the league was definitely theirs and they bottled it. But Chelsea, they have nothing going for them at all, really. I don't see them getting European football, even Conference League, which goes under that, disappointingly. But yeah, Chelsea, they'll be happy to get inside top 10 at this rate because their season has just been terrible. But I think the score is going to be a 1-0 Arsenal win with the way both of these teams are playing, morale, home advantage, etc. But I don't feel like it's going to be an amazing watch. I personally think that Arsenal will struggle, and against City, away from home, even at the Emirates, they played very poor. This is obviously Manchester City we're talking about, but also against Southampton at the Emirates, they played very poor. So realistically, if Chelsea come with even a little bit of fight, because at the end of the day it is a London derby, if they come with a little bit of fight and the right players and tactics, they can definitely give Arsenal a run for their money. It's not to say that their squad isn't good, it's just that it's a completely fresh team, another fresh manager, so much change going on, basically, and they haven't had time to fully gel. So, realistically, if they can get their heads straight and put up a fight, it will be a difficult result for Arsenal, but I still think at the end of the day they are the better team, they're more complete, and I reckon they'll win. I personally think that if it is to go the way I've predicted, a 1-0 win, that the lone scorer will be Gabriel Jesus for Arsenal. I feel like it will be around the 30th minute mark that he scores. From then it will just be a few chances at both ends, none able to convert, and I think that will settle it for the 90 minutes at the Emirates. If Arsenal win this game, they do go back to the top, although City have a game in hand and they have a lot on paper, a lot better fixtures than Arsenal. Arsenal's next few fixtures are definitely tough ones to finish their season. But regardless, I don't feel like anyone's expecting City to drop this lead or to not win the Prem this season. And that concludes my prediction on Arsenal versus Chelsea tomorrow, 8 p.m. on Sky Sports at the Emirates. And I personally think Arsenal will win 1-0 through a tough battle against one of their biggest rivals. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your prediction is in the comments below. And who are you expecting to win the Premier League, Arsenal or Man City?